Hello everyone. So we're going to expand on the carousel inventory from the previous video, and we're going to add the ability to unlock doors. So to do this, we're going to actually modify the interfaces. So BP interactable, we're going to add a couple new ones. I'm going to call this interact with object. Then we're going to add a get key ID, and then we're going to add a unlock door like this. The get key ID, we're going to add an output that will be text. This will be the key ID like this. A few more changes. We are going to go into the enumerator and change the interaction type. We're going to add a new one, and that is going to just be called door, just so we can have something when we interact with doors. So we need to make a door. So in the inventory system, I'm going to create a new blueprint class called BP underscore door. And in here, we're going to add a few things. We're going to add a static mesh to represent the door. And we're going to add a box collision like before. Static mesh is just going to be door. And unlike the other one, we don't want the box to be the whole door. We're just going to put it here like this, and we're going to increase the extent like this. Just something like that should do fine. Okay, the next thing we need to do is add a few variables. We're going to add one called isLocked, and the next one will be a text, and it will be the key ID for the door. Key ID, we can click this little eye to make it instance editable, and we can drag one into the world. One more thing, class settings, we need to add an interface, and it'll be BPI interactable. So then we can drag one into the world like this, and we can add a couple. So because we've made it instance editable, when you click on a door, you can see the key ID here. And this is how you can quickly type in the different IDs for the door. So back in the door, a few things we need to do is we basically need to copy the other way of interacting. So box, we go down to begin overlap, and we go down to then end overlap. So begin overlap, we're going to do equal get player character to a branch like this. I've turned off the plugin I was using because I uploaded these files to GitHub. So I didn't want to share that. Other actor, update pending interaction. This, and the interaction type will be door. Interactive actor will be self. On component end overlap, we do the same. We can just copy and paste the other actor in there. Remove the interactable actor here. Connect the target to other actor and set the pending type to none. Okay. Next, under interfaces, we have a few options here. So we're going to do unlock door first. To do this, we just get isLocked and set that to false. And that's all we need to do there. If you were then going to have like a sound player, this is where you could add it. Then we need to bring in interact with object. We're going to do a branch, and we're going to say is locked. If it's true, we're just going to print string that will say like this door is locked. You need to find the key. And if we wanted to make it better, we could do format text, plop that in there, and say this door requires the brackets and in the middle key. Like this. And then we can just put key ID here So it will announce what key we need. Like this. On the false, we're going to do a is valid. And then we're going to grab self. And for this tutorial, I'm just going to destroy the actor. But this is where you put your code then for things like opening the doors, closing the doors. So you would do like, this is where you would say, okay, is the door open? If it is, close it. If it's not, don't. Like that. So I think that is everything in here. So we can try this out. We can go up to the door. We can press E and it will just say nothing because we haven't added it to the player. But next, we need to go to the player. And in here, where we have our interactions, our start interaction, we can just come off here where it says door and grab the interactable actor and we can do interact with object. And now if we try, so that says none because these doors, by default, this is not been set. So what we could do is set the instance editable here. So then this door is locked now. We press the button. It's still doing it. Why is that? Is locked is true. This door requires a key. This door. Oh, I did it on the wrong one. That would be why. So now if we do, if we can give it a key, we can say like bathroom key. And then we can, this door requires the bathroom key. And this one shouldn't say this because we haven't set a key. So now we have that. What we need to do is we need to create the bathroom key. So in inventory system, we can just take, we need to modify the pickup here. And in here, we're going to add a new Boolean called is key, question mark, like that. So this will just say that this object is actually a key. So let's create the data for this. So we'll duplicate the example 4, and we can call this key. Let's say, we just call it bathroom key. And in here, so the pickup name is basically what the door ID is going to be. So for this door, it says bathroom key. So we can copy this and paste it in here like this. And it needs to be exact like this, like bathroom key. And it's set to key. And we need to create an on-use effect as well. So let's create that. So we can duplicate the use item base. And we can just say use key here. This. So use key can go in here. And then now we have our bathroom key. So the next thing is we need to edit the player interface as well. We need to create a new function called query object. And we need an output, and that will be type actor. Like so. And we can just call this the correct object. And basically this is so we can see which door we are currently stood next to, and if that matches the door we are looking for. So next we need to go into the inventories component actor. So inventory, BPC inventory. So I've disabled my plugin like I said earlier, so this is a bit of a jumble, but it should be fine. So what we can do is valid, we can do a branch here. And from the item data, we can say is key, like this. If it is key, then we can just, no, if it's not a key, we can just return node here. No, sorry. We can just carry on the branch here. So if it is a key, what we're going to do is we're going to get player character, and we are going to query the object. like this. So if I put this up here, move these down a bit. And once we've queried the object, from the correct object, we are going to get key ID. So this is basically going to question the object to say, is the key ID correct? So to do that, we are going to get the item data and do key ID, sorry. No, what did I call it? Is it name? Pick up name. And we're going to check is equal, exact, to the key ID. And if it is, we're going to do a branch, plop it in. If it's true, it can go down into here. So it goes back into the logic here. And if it's false, it can go into the return node because it shouldn't do anything after that. So in the player character now, we are going to go into the interfaces and we have this query object. We want to pull out the interactable actor and just slot it in there like so. And then finally, on the door, we have get key ID. We want to drag the key ID into here like this. So now that's been done, we can create the use key event. So we want to just get rid of all this here like that. And when the component is created, we're going to get player character and we're going to query the object to get which object the player is currently stood in. We're going to run unlock door, which is the command that is running on the door. And then we're going to destroy component. So let's try this. So now I dragged the key into the world and gave it bathroom key. If I come over here and pick up the key, if I use the door, this door requires the bathroom key. If I open my inventory and use the key and then try it, now the door is gone. So if you noticed as well, the key stayed in my inventory after I used it because it was set to have 10 still. So if I try this now, just to, oh, bit of lag there. If we pick this key up and we go to this door, now this door requires a key with no name. So if we use this, nothing happens and the door doesn't open. So what we can do to triple check is we can pull out here and we can add a new key and we'll call this kitchen key. And we'll go in here and we'll say kitchen key like this. Remember, we copy the name. We go to this door and we can put the door ID in and say kitchen key. So if we pick both keys up like this, they've both gone up. If I would change this to kitchen key, that would help. There we go. If I pick both of these up now, we have the bathroom key, we have the kitchen key. If I come to this door, requires a kitchen key, and use it, it's now gone. And the door opens. This one requires the bathroom key. I use the bathroom key, inventory empty, and there we go. So this is how we turn our inventory we made and get it to read from the keys. Just to make sure that everything else is working. So these, we can use these, use the item, everything still goes on as normal. So I hope this has been useful. If you have any more things you want me to add to this, please let me know, and I'll see you in the next video.